Hello, my friends. Today we are going to talk about hole reinforcements. And we've probably all used this kind even back when we were in school to repair holes that are pulled out on our notebook paper. But these we like because as junk journals we think it adds a little something extra to some of our tags or to the side of a page or something. So we've probably all done this, taken some vintage photo and aged them so that they're looking a little more interesting. Or we can use a color. This is speckled egg, and just get a little bit on there and just give it a little color like that. I just kind of twist it there. So there you have some pretty colored hole reinforcements. But perhaps you want something that's even more interesting. So we could say, let's take out our hole punch. This is a 1/2 inch hole punch, and this is a 1/4 of an inch, just a standard punch. This is some vintage wallpaper, and it's got a little bit of gold in it, and I just think it's pretty. There's a little flower right there that might be cute. And since the hole is going to be in the middle of it, I'm just going to kind of put it to the side like that. And get a index card. I'm making very short tags today. I don't know how useful they're going to be, but I had index cards, so that's what I'm working with. And my glue stick, I'm using Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength glue stick, and I just like to rub it over the glue stick and place it down on the page or the card. You can do this 2 ways. You can punch a hole in the card first if you want to. I'll show you that in a minute. I don't know if it's even in the center, but it's pretty close, so that's good. And then you just decide where you want to put the hole. And of course, this is not the easiest to see with these hole punchers. You can't really see where you're putting it, but a good guess is a good guess. So it's pretty good, actually. A little bit off center. But when you tie something in it, I've got this gold cord that I thought might be fun to just put in some of them because it's thin and won't cover up what we have there, but still add a little bit of something extra to the top of the tag. And you could tighten a bow or however you wanted to do it. I'm just going to loop it through here. It's probably too long. But anyway, that's an idea. And you can use all kinds of different papers, scrapbooking papers, or this is another piece off of that wallpaper. I punched it with my 1-inch punch, so it's larger. Get another card here. I get to buy more cards tomorrow because I'm using them all up. There we go. And glue. Mainly get the edges. I see that one's kind of poking up a little bit there. I may have to see if I can put some extra glue under the edge there. This one is not centered on there where it's punched, and so I'm thinking that I'm going to put it where the brown is kind of at the bottom like that. And on this one, I may try to put the hole right in the center of that dot there, just because the starburst will be going out from that then. I'm not going to put thread in every one of these this time. These are a couple of other little things. That is just the security part of an envelope that I used from another project at another time. And this is out of a scrap pack. It's just kind of a gold piece. There are lots. I mean, I'm just going to show you these. That is scrapbooking paper that has words on it. Another kind of scrapbooking paper. This is another piece of wallpaper. Scrapbooking paper. All of these are scrapbooking paper. I'm going to do one of this because I think that might be really pretty. And I'll do the one that I was talking about. Music page, dictionary page, ledger paper, like in there would be pretty. And this has these little flowers on it, which might be fun to just cut your hole with the flower in it. So those are just a few options. There are endless almost options of what you can use. A paper that has a metallic shine to it, like this star that I did, that came out of a scrap pack too. This is a different way to do this. So you punch your hole where you want it, and this is pretty big, so it needs to be down about right there. Just kind of guesstimate where it needs to go. Or you can measure it out and make it perfect. It's up to you. And then glue this on. Then you just guesstimate again where you want that placed over the hole. Like that. I'm going to grab this to wipe it down. And then you turn it over. And right where that hole is, you can see where it is, and you can kind of feel where it is when you put the punch in it, so that you can line it up there. You can kind of feel when it slips into that slot, and then it's perfectly there where you wanted it. So that is that one. Okay, that's an idea. The making hole reinforcements, and these are big. Maybe you probably don't really want them that big, but it's kind of fun sometimes to have something different. So that's an idea. Then there are other shapes. You have your dies that you use. Perhaps you do. If you don't, you may have some punches. I have some other ideas though, so we don't have to just stick with die cuts. Let's see this. This is one I did. This one I glued this piece of music page on there, and then I had this little bird. He has the die that came in a set with 2 bigger birds and some flowers or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he has a heart punched in the center of him, and I have a heart punch, but when I punch it from this end, it's upside down, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch the hole in the paper where I want it to be, and then I'm going to put him on with some glue, or her. No, he's a him because he's red. Cardinals that are female are more brown. And I'm getting glue all over it because of that hole there. And this is probably not going to line up exactly over that, but it'll be okay. It has a little white showing there. And I've got to have something here to get this glue off. Here we go. You might not like that hole showing quite so much, but it's an option. Or you could take a knife and very gently cut that out to be a heart. I wouldn't. I'd probably mess it up. So that's an idea. Then I have these that I have glued down already to some paper. This is a squirrel I have. It's in a set with some trees. It has this tree in it, I think, and some other things. Kind of fall, Christmassy like. I'm going to put the hole right on his shoulder. And I don't know if I'm going to like that or not. It could go up there on his tail, I suppose. But I'm going to do this. And if I don't like it, then it's just a piece of paper. And we don't have to think about it anymore. So anyway, there he is. And again, I think that the thin cord on that would probably work best. Then this is Christmas. My friend sent me a set with lots of little Christmas dies in it. There's snowflakes and a Star of David. I don't think all of these were in that same set, but I forget which ones are which. But there's a Christmas tree and some other things. Anyway, I ran it through with the silver, and then I took it back through with the red. Cut the ribbon to fit at the top where it goes there. I think the hole would probably right in the center of the bow. Maybe we'll just do that and tie a red ribbon through it, which I don't have over here. This is a crow set I have. It's this set with various, I just cut them all out. I thought that one might make the best hole reinforcement on this. This one is just strange looking to me. That's his wing there, and that's his head, but it just is strange looking. So I probably would never use that one. I think the hole on him I'm going to put on his shoulder too. This is a die for a doily, and I did some paper that came in a scrap pack that has a little bit of this gold fiber in it, and I used a piece of my art paper to glue it to, so it would stand out. and it's very hard to punch. But I think that would be pretty with the gold cord in it also. Just do that. There we go. And then you could write on that with white ink, or you could, on the back, maybe you could just glue on a piece of paper or something like that. And then I had this bow. This die, it looks like it's going to be wide, but when you do it, when it cuts much smaller. We'll punch the hole anyway. I'm just gonna put it right. I'm gonna put it right on the center of that, and that's another one that would be pretty, I think, with a red ribbon in it. So anyway, that is some ideas for using various dies to make your hole reinforcements. Then, say you don't have dies and you don't want to fool with that, I have other ideas. This one is a stamp, postage stamp, and I just tore it off the envelope and glued it in the center. And you could just put the hole. You could put the hole wherever you want to. There's an American flag on there that I don't like to put the hole through that, but I'm just going to put it up here on the top of the roof. So that's an idea that you could do. This is a stamped ticket from that Tim Holtz set that I have. This set, it's called Ticket Booth, but I used 25-cent stamp, that one, because it was smaller. You could do this in a couple of ways. You could do it. Oh, this is a different one. I'll show you on this one. This is on thinner paper, is why I'm saying that. This is kind of, I think it's probably scrapbook paper. But you could put this one on like this, and maybe fold it where it's sticking up a little bit, like that. Tag topper kind of thing. And then it's up to you if you want to poke a hole in it or not. But since we're talking about holes, I guess we would do that. With this one, I was thinking you could just put it on there like that. We'll just go ahead and glue that on there. Okay, so I would just put it like that. And then you could, I think the hole would look good right under that admit one. So just kind of come down like that and have the hole there. On this one, this is just a piece of book page that I inked around it at some point. So I'm just going to glue it to the top of this page, or this card. Straight would be nice since it's type, like that. And you could leave it like that, just have it plain, or you could put something else on there with it. You could use one of these punches of wallpaper or something like that. Or you could just put it down to the side and punch the hole up above it. That might be cute too. So there's some options on that. Other things you might want to use. This is a little Christmas tree. You could do that. It's one of those dies. And put the hole in the center. Might be cute with some music page behind it too. This is a label that you could add. And this would be fun if you, say you had a pocket in your book and you wanted to have a dangle coming off that pocket. You could glue this on there like that and punch the hole there and then hang your charm or whatever you want from that little place there. Let's just do that. I think I'll use some stronger glue on that so it won't pop off. It probably would be better on a different color card, but these are just for demonstration purposes, but I'll probably use them on something sometime. Okay. And then just punch it out here like that and hang a charm on there. Or you could tie a bow on there, or whatever you wanted to do. This is a star that I cut out. It would work. A lot of these things are Christmas ideas, it seems like. and just put the hole in the center of that. This is more of a Star of Bethlehem that you could put there with the hole. And this is a Christmas or a tree. I don't know if it's a Christmas tree or not, but that would be cute too, I think. I mean, they're big. They're too big really to say, oh, that's a hole reinforcer. It's more like a decoration with a hole in it. So that's that. This one, I don't know that would work. I would color those berries with a marker, I think. But then where do you punch the hole? I don't think that works for this. And the same thing with this snowflake. It's really pretty, but then you poke a hole right in the center of it, and I don't know how well that works out for that either. So you kind of have to think about, even though these dies are small enough to work, they don't work necessarily because of the way they're made. And then this one would work with a hole in the center of it, I think. And I thought this would make pretty with the circle underneath it, kind of like that. And you're probably wondering what this tea bag is doing here. I thought it might be cute also. And maybe like this one where it's on the side. Say you're doing a journal that you have tea recipes or scone recipes or something in it. You could put this on your card, on your pocket, and then punch the hole and hang a charm from that. There's lots of different ways to make hole reinforcements that aren't necessarily just your average white purchased off the shelf. This is a die that I use a lot. It came with a embossing folder and some other little dies, and it makes that shape. And I think that would look cute on a card too. We'll do one more card here with it on it. And of course, I didn't cut the tag shapes on these. They could just be journal cards. That's going to be the last ones. And I'm going to punch the hole where some of those little shapes are still there. Like that. You get the idea, I think, of other options and other thinking outside the box for various ways to make hole reinforcers. And we have more. Most of these are not round, obviously, but you can have round, like this one. And here are the round ones. I'm running out of room. And that one with the small thing. I'm going to glue that down, and I think I'm going to punch the hole up above. So thank you so much for coming by today and watching. I hope you enjoyed this hot tip, and maybe thinking about some Christmas ideas will keep us cool for the rest of August. I will see you again soon. Bye.